Alright, this is the Hawk Cruzr. Hang on. So let's get this out of the box and see what we got. No tools required. I'm anxious to see if that's true. Alright, so here we go. Well, it may have said no tools required, but it doesn't say no assembly required. You know, I'm a machinist, so I can sometimes be a little bit picky, but you know, you've got some nylon spacers here to keep it quiet, but just stuff like kind of a rough finish, you know, most people probably would not care about that. And I mean, I don't really care about it. I'm just a little bit picky, I guess. You know, like this little plastic cap to keep you from cutting yourself. It's almost like it's kind of chewed up a little bit. But I mean, this is made in China, so I'm not going to go into that again. You guys know how I feel about that. But you know, I don't see any major problems, just a few little, you know, something like that plastic cap. That's not going to matter at all. Again, I'm just being kind of picky. Let me get to putting this together. Okay, well, I have finally got all of the bolts and nuts kind of separated, organized. Oh Lord, I tell you what, I'm not a drinker, but I'm about ready to get drunk. No, I don't know, it's not that bad. It's just, you know, a lot of assembly. They actually have the same amount of nuts that they have bolts. So, but you know, a couple of little things that you guys might notice if you buy this. It says compatible with the Cruzr tree mounting bracket. I guess that's a quick bracket that you can leave on a tree and just drop your stand down in the pin, which I mean, I didn't buy the stand for that anyway, but that Cruzr bracket is not in this box. It's just like any other hang-on. Here's a little picture, I guess, of what the Cruzr bracket looks like, but that does not come with this. It's just compatible with it. So you got to always look at the fine print. But again, I didn't buy it for that anyway. So, I mean, on a good note, it looks like it's all really fairly thick. I'd say it's mostly 3/16 material. So I think it's going to be a really strong stand. And that's the main thing. You know, a few little, like I said, I'm kind of picky about manufacturing stuff, but, you know, a few little things that are kind of sloppy. Well, you know what, it's not a bow, and it's not my broadheads, it's a tree stand, so I'm not going to get too worked up about that. But if you do go to buy this, you know, take note that that says compatible. That is not going to be in here. It's going to attach to the tree like any other hang-on. Alright, well, let's keep going. Okay, so I have screwed these two back posts on right here. It's a little bit of a trick to finagle these nylon washers in there, but it's not bad. This seat bar is going to have to go in here, but they actually have done something pretty smart. You see how this is curved? This has got an arc to it. So what they're having you do is put it in sideways like this, and that arc will help you get it in there. And then once you get a bolt on each side, then you just twist it down to get the other bolt. So that's actually a pretty good idea. So let's do that part now. Like I said, this curve is so you can put it in here at like a 90-degree angle, so you can actually get it wedged in here and get a bolt started on each side, and then after you've got one bolt on each side, then rotate it down and you can start the bottom bolt. So that's why this is bent on purpose. And they're doing that, you know, to get a good spread on here so this seat will be really tight. So, I mean, I don't know. Depends on how good you are at assembly. I wouldn't do this if you're already in a bad mood. You know, you might tell people to stay away from you for a few minutes. You may cuss a little bit. You know, it would have been nice if this seat part would have been a little bit more completed. But I think once this is done, it'll be pretty straightforward, just putting this on the post that goes against the tree and putting that post onto the platform and the cables, and we'll be done. But this is a little bit of a trick. So put it in there like that, get a bolt started on each side, and then rotate it, and that will force this to spread out. Okay, well there it is. You're going to have a little bit of assembly, mainly on this seat part. A little more than your average hang-on. You know, usually you put the bolts in for these. You put the vertical piece that goes against the tree, you got that bolt. You got the bolt for these teeth that go in the tree, which are really aggressive. I do like that. It's got a big bolt that hooks that on. I like that it has a camo strap. And I think this seat is going to be really comfortable. But again, when you assemble this, you're probably going to use a few cuss words. I mean, it's not horrible, but it is going to take you a while. It took me probably an hour and a half to put this thing together. I definitely wouldn't tell you not to buy it. I think it's probably going to be really comfortable. This bar is far enough down that when you sit on it, your legs aren't going to hit this bar, so that's nice. It wasn't a horribly expensive stand. It was $129. I had a $50 gift card for Father's Day, so for me it was around $85, $90. It's got a really big platform. So yeah, overall I'd give it an 8 or a 9. Let's get up here. Let's see if I can get up here without falling down. Now you can see my feet. I got plenty of room. All kinds of room. Feels really stable. Another nice thing about it, you know, this folds up. This folds down. And then this folds up. But it's got a little adjustment screw. So you can sort of, you know, adjust how far down the seat comes. So that's pretty nice. So I don't know, overall, I mean, I think it's pretty decent hang on. I think this will be alright. And for the price, the steel cables seem to be a little bit thicker than they usually are. So that's good. Now there were a couple of the nylon washers that were missing. So I'm going to have to go up to the local hardware store and get some nylon washers, but that's not a huge deal. So yeah, overall I would give this a 8. I mean, like I said, you're going to have a little trouble assembling it, but I think you'll like the stand once you get it assembled. So just take a deep breath before you start putting it together. Alright, so yesterday I finished putting the stand together, showed you what it looked like, but we didn't get into the backpack straps. Well, guess what? There's not any instructions for the backpack straps. So you've got 2 of these straps that have a buckle like this. So I'm just kind of guessing and just put them in here like this for backpack straps. I don't see any other way to secure it. And take this one back through there. And then it's tight for you. Now the weird thing about it is they also give you this strap, which is long enough for like 4 people, if it's a chest strap. I think it's a chest strap. I don't see what else it would be. So hang on, let's look at it. So this is what I'm talking about. I don't see what this could be for other than a chest strap, because it's plastic. It's not something that you would be securing the stand to the tree with. I think it's got to be for a chest strap. But I must be putting it together wrong, because look what you got. That's what I mean. You could put 4 people in here. So anyway, not having any instructions, you know, I'm just kind of guessing. But at least they seem like they're pretty thick and sturdy straps. I guess I'll keep thinking about this, trying to figure out maybe how to put it on here, but this is really the only way I see to put it on here. And you don't even have to have it on here. It's going to set on your back fine without that anyway. So Hawk, maybe put some instructions in your stand.